Hey everyone, it's Jess Prezick, exclusive Black Rank presenter with Younique Products. You probably know me more by this picture than the all natural, but this is what you're getting today. I am here today to teach you a little bit more on the compensation plan. Month after month, I get messages from people asking me how they can rank, what they need in order to get to the next rank, and just are very confused when it comes to having people that hit elite underneath them and such. So we're going to conquer a lot of that today. We need to go back to some of the basics in order for you to understand it. If you haven't already, please go to my YouTube channel and watch my first part of my compensation plan. I really go into detail from white rank to green rank. Pretty in depth, so it will help you out a lot. But in the meantime, let's get focused on some of the higher ranks. And in order to really understand the higher ranks, we have to go through some terminology. So basically, we need to evaluate what the difference is between retail sales and company wholesale sales. If you go to your websites and click on My Office and click on My Royalties, it will bring you to the color chart and you'll see some different graphs and things like that. Well, you'll see there's the big number, which is company wholesale sales, okay? So what is that really? Well, company wholesale sales are 75% of actually what the retail cost is. So we all know that when we sell a mascara, it only contributes $21.75 towards that big number in your company wholesale sales, right? Okay. So when you're going for ranks like green, orange, purple, and black, you're really selling more than just 10,000. This 10,000 is actually wholesale sales, not retail sales. So when you and your team sell $10,000, realistically, retail price, you're selling $13,334. Pretty awesome, huh? For orange, when your team is going for $20,000 in wholesale, you're actually selling $26,667. So it's really important to understand that that company wholesale spot is not the full value of the product. It is 75% of it. Okay, so I'm going to go a little bit more in depth on that actually. So if you're looking at your color chart right now, and it says that if you scroll down and it says that you need $500 more in that little spot in order to reach your check mark, you really need 75% of that. So what you do is take that 500, divide it by 0.75, and it's going to give you how much you actually need in sales at retail cost in order to reach that rank. So I'm going to show you that. If we go to my website here, a lot of people fall short of their goals, or they put an order in thinking that they've reached their goals, and then they're like a couple dollars off or a few dollars off or cents off, and then they're like, oh, I didn't qualify for it. And it's because they think that that's retail and it's actually wholesale, okay? So if you go to your color chart, and I'm going to go behind here and show you, okay? If you go over here, right here, it says that I need $1,516 more to reach that rank. Again, that is wholesale. So I need to take that $1,516 and divide it by 0.75 in order to see how much retail product I really need to sell in order to get that check mark. Again, make sure that when you're going for these ranks, that you have fully gotten the check marks. For this month so far, I'm only up to orange status, but the month's not over. It's really, really early. So you'll see that if you click on some of these different ones, it will tell you if you've met the requirement or not, okay? Another thing that I'm going to show you here is the company sales and when you start to get generations underneath you. So again, if we look at my back office right now, it says that I have 10,932 people in my entire company. So me and every single person on my team. My entire team and I have sold $78,483 for the current month. Okay? Of that $78,000, one person has hit elite status so far, and they and their team have done $11,894. So what does this really mean? If you scroll down a little bit, you'll see where it says circle sales. So basically, me and every single person on my team that is not on that elite team contribute $66,588 of that grand total, the $78,000. Does that make sense? So again, I have one person on my team that's doing awesome. They've contributed $11,894 of the $78,000, but me and the rest of my team have contributed $66,000. So again, that is the difference between company sales and circle sales. Okay? And I'm going to draw this out for you. Let's use the right color marker here. So if you're going to go green, you're going to need $500 in your own personal sales, and you're going to need $10,000 in company wholesale sales. Again, remember, retail-wise, it's going to be like $13,000. And you need to have 1, 2, 3, at least 3 people that have done $125 or more for the current month that you have personally sponsored. So I sponsor one person. I have to sponsor another person. I have to sponsor another person. It can't be me sponsoring one person, they sponsor one person, and they sponsor one person. Not that way. It has to be wide instead of deep, okay? And that actually is a good thing with this company because it prevents people from getting one really, really strong line and basically sitting back, letting them do all the work while you're just kind of kicking yourself in the foot, right? If that one person is doing all the work on your team, why should you benefit from that? So in this company, you have to build wide and let your leaders build deep, okay? So you need at least 3 people that have sold at least $125 for the month. And again, you and your entire team, no matter if you have one person on your team, 2 people, 5 people, 100 people, 10,000 people, your entire team is your company. Company and circle sales are exactly the same thing until you have someone that hits elite status underneath you, okay? And how does that happen? So let's say we actually had a 4th person here, and this person has done 10,000, and let's say my team and I have done 11,000. So you can see from this example, this person has done almost all of the work on my team, right? Okay, so with this, how this works is me and everybody that's not on that line is my circle, which needs to be 2,000. And this person over on the side becomes my first generation elite. Now, in this example, I actually haven't qualified for green. This person has, but I haven't. Because again, remember, this person is contributing almost all of my company sales. So in order for me to be green, we would need to have 12,000 in company wholesale sales, and this person could have their 10,000. Again, there needs to be a difference of $2,000. Does that make sense? Okay? So again, circle is you and everybody that you've sponsored and their people and their people and their people, but just not the elite and their people, okay? And again, to reiterate, everyone, this whole thing is your company, okay? So everybody is your company, and they'll always contribute to this big number, but your circle, this littler number, is everybody besides those people, okay? So I'm going to give you a couple examples here of how this works from my website, because I actually have someone underneath me right now where this is happening just for the current month. And that's one thing to really mention. Today, you might show someone being an elite, and within an hour, within 5 minutes, within a day, whatever, someone else can bump them out of that spot, or they can rank higher. So just because someone is sitting in my first generation spot right now, they might be 50 levels down from me right now, and they might be in my number one spot, but until those other people qualify, then that will push them down. Remember, we get paid on first, second, and third generations. Fourth generations and beyond is when we start getting into the higher black ranks, okay? So, what happens if I personally sponsor Anna, and Anna personally sponsors Jenny? Okay? What happens with this if, let's say, Anna and her team have done 12, 8, 31. Jenny and her team have done 11,851. Can you see what we're saying here? Jenny and her team have done a vast majority of Anna's company sales. In fact, there's only a difference of $980, right? So what does Anna have to do? Because honestly, even though I didn't personally sponsor Jenny, Jenny is showing up as my first generation elite for the current time being until Anna qualifies, okay? So what Anna needs to do is make sure to get her and her team that's not part of Jenny's team to sell more, okay? So how do you do this? Well, you need 2,000 in wholesale sales, right? And we're going to subtract the 980, and that's going to give us a difference of $1,020. That's wholesale, okay? Company wholesale. So how much is that in retail? So you take the 10,020 divided by 0.75, and you get $1,360 in retail that Anna and everybody else on her team besides Jenny and her team need to come up with in order for Anna to be my first and Jenny to be my second. If Anna and her team don't come up with that, Jenny is my first generation elite for the month. Again, this can change day to day, month to month. 1 month maybe Anna won't qualify, Jenny will. Maybe the next month Anna will, Jenny won't, kind of thing. So it's very important to watch that, okay? Now, what happens when Jenny gets someone underneath her that, let's say, Chelsea. And let's say Chelsea contributes 11,000. That doesn't make Jenny green anymore, does it? Because there's a difference of only $851. So even though we're at 1, 2, 3 levels deep, Chelsea would be my first generation elite for the month. If all 3 of these people or all 2 of these people actually got their circle sales higher, Jenny included, doing this little method here, then I would have a first, a second, and a third generation, okay? So I hope this helps understand things a little bit. Remember, for orange rank, you need one person to go green. For purple rank, you need 2 elites. And this doesn't count as 1, 2 for purple. You need 1, 2. So it would be me sponsoring someone else, like Jen. Okay? And for black, you would need another one. Let's do Becky and Tanya. So I would need 4 different lines to come up with being an elite, and me and everyone together would need to sell $80,000 in company wholesale sales. Again, that ends up being about $106,000 in retail sales. So I hope this helps clear things up a little bit. The one thing I really love about this compensation plan is the fact that you can clearly see that you have to build leaders and you have to keep working no matter what rank you're at. Even as a black status presenter, I am constantly recruiting and constantly building my circle, because if I'm doing my job as a leader, I should be getting more and more elites coming from that little circle group all the time. And I'm going to show you that. If this is me, and I have all these people, right? And I'm starting to get all these people green, I better make sure that my circle again, everybody that's not turning green, still meets the requirements. So when people come to me and they say, I don't like my sponsor, or I don't get along with my sponsor, or I don't want my sponsor to make money off of me. Unfortunately, that happens quite a bit. I say, pass your sponsor. Pass them in ranks. Because if your sponsor is actually just sitting back and letting you do all the work, you're going to pass them, right? Because you could clearly see in those examples, not that that was happening because it's so early in the month, but if Anna was just dependent on Jenny and wasn't working her business, Jenny would pass her in ranks for the month. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'm always here to help. Have a great day.